Hold on, guys. I'm trying to. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. That's nice. We're live now. Come, let me share it, guys. I need to share it on Facebook. 1 minute. Give me a moment, guys. Need a moment here. Okay. That's it. Yeah, we're like, who is there on YouTube? Your name and where you're joining us from, so I can know there. Different from Facebook. So, guys, good evening. Um, First of all, I want to make it clear that I don't know a single friend of mine who doesn't believe that. Okay, I think it's better like this on YouTube. Yeah. I don't know a single friend of mine who doesn't believe that men and women should have equal rights. Not a single person. Joy Obikwelu, welcome. Not a single friend of mine believes that nonsense. But but we live in a world where everything is being sensationalized. People will just take a little issue, a marginal issue, then expand it. They will project it as if it's an epidemic, which is not. But when you see people doing that like that, just know that they are just ideologues, crazy ideologues. Whatever they are saying is not rooted in science, it's not rooted in nature at all. And that brings us to the modern day feminism. Of course, men and women should have equal rights. There is no way, I don't believe that a man should have a bigger right than a woman. And most of my friends, in fact, I've not seen a single, okay, maybe one or two that thinks backwardly, or maybe I'll call them the extreme traditionalists. A call, not, I don't even want to, there's nothing like extreme traditional. You're either traditionalist or you're not. I just call them, in fact, I don't even know the name I will give to them, but you get the point. Those people aside, but when you look around, you find out that those people don't even make up to 2% of men. But those are the people that these ideologues project as if they are. That's how every man behaves. But no, and no. And when you see them, these women, these modern day feminists, there is something, no matter the country or continent you are on, when you look at them, they are the least happy people. They are the least happy people in the world. They are the most joyless. They have problem for every. In fact, they have problem for every solution. Where there is no problem, they will create one. And one thing our women don't know is this: European feminism did not bring freedom and salvation to black people. It did not. What European feminism, who the people European feminism brought this into are their fellow Europeans, because before ever they set foot in Africa, Africans were already, our women are already, we are ruling. Not, they weren't ruling as a queen to a king. No, they are like the queen regent. They are the queen regent. The first kingdom of Europe that had a female ruler, a queen regent, was this thing, Austrasia, a part of the Frankish tribes. What's her name again? Is Bodhilda what? But I will get you the name later. She was the first female queen regent, the first queen regent of Europe. And that was in the 6th century. Long before 6th century, many tribes in Africa, like when I say Africa, I'm not just trying to generalize, but I'm looking at different tribes, because when you hear Africa, we have many tribes, many nations within Africa under the same black race. But we'll have to use instances like in Europe. I used Australia, whose capital then was in Rome in France. And the girl was born in Toledo in Spain. So, but when you look at somewhere like Egypt, you look at somewhere like Kush, Abyssinia, Gez, these are old African kingdoms. They all had queen regents long before the Europeans had this. So, if anything, the European invasion of Africa took the rights of our women. It didn't give them more rights. A lot of people don't know that before the Europeans came and gave us their system. A woman, when you get married, I'm talking as an Igbo man now, when you get married, you are not even forced to take your husband's name. You are not. As an African, you are not forced. As an Igbo man, as Igbo woman that got married, you bear your father's name until you die. It was up until these people came, they go to district commissioner's office to sign. They started giving you your birth certificate. That was when all these things changed. But a lot of our women who call themselves feminists these days don't even know this story. And if you don't know where you're coming from, you wouldn't know where you're going to. And that adage crystallized what's going on in our society right now. These women don't know where they're coming from, and they don't know where this thing is driving them to. They are just still confused and wondering why the suicide rate among women is higher today than it was 20 years ago. When we talk about rights, these rights, women haven't been in more bondage in the last 20 years than now, yet they've never been happy. They've never been happy ever since. Check the graph. The higher the rate of feminism propaganda, the higher the rate of female sadness among our people. And when you look at it, I'm not trying to throw shades at anyone, but most of all these feminist groups have now morphed into closet lesbian gangs. Because they are not looking for any equal rights. They are looking for better rights. And that is at the expense of the entire society, i.e. men. For you to know that these people are ideologues, just watch how they treat women who don't subscribe to their ideology. Just watch how they treat them. They tell you they call you a traitor to your gender. They call you this, they call you that. And when you look at it at the end of the day, it doesn't make them happier. Rather, they are sad. Like I said before, I am not here to knock women. In fact, I will not even be friends with any man who doesn't believe that men and women should have equal rights. But you just know that the society works by tit for tat. Gender roles. There are roles men play and there are roles women play. There are things men do, there are things women do. And that you can never, ever switch it or force this one to live like this or force one to do that. No, you only bring problem to the society. This is what I call a dangerous experiment. Dangerous experiment. Let things flow in their natural way. And before you know what's happening, you find out that the society will be balanced. There is no way everything will be equal. Before you talk about equality of everything, that means there has to be equality of power, strength, capability, and ability. There are things men are good at, and there are things women are good at. Are you getting me? Women are better in decision making. Men are better in taking risks, and that's why they are more successful. And all this nonsense they are telling you, gender pay gap, this and this, it doesn't exist. It's not true. If anything, women earn more than men. Yes. See what the feminists do here. They will take the number of men that are working. Maybe they will poll 1 million men, their salary together, then they get the median income of 1 million men. Then they will poll the median income of 1 million women and bring it together. I tell you, for every $1 a man makes, a woman makes 70 cents. That means men are cheating women by 30 cents per dollar. 30 cents on a dollar. Then you ask yourself this: there are things they are not telling you about their data. They are not telling you the type of jobs the men are doing and the type of jobs the women are doing. When you get 10 men and 10 women, out of that 10 women, you may not find a single one that does a risky job, like working in an oil rig or in the coal mine. Are you getting me? Or in construction sites. Now you check the type of jobs women do. And it's not, men are not doing it, are not phasing the women out of those jobs. No, it's just that women can't do it. Your strength can't carry it. How many women can survive in a construction site? In fact, the only reason women are getting into construction right now is that science has leveled the playing field, which is the ultimate equalizer. Only science, only technology can equalize those things. Now, when you go to car plants, there are women in the job in car plants working. Why? Because they don't even need to use physical strength to work. You just have to operate the machine. But when it gets to manual labor, that's where men rule. And it's not because men don't want women to come in there. No, it's because women just can't do it. You can't. Lumberjack. In fact, and these women that are these unhinged feminists, I want to ask them something like, how many women die on the jobs annually? Then how many men die on the job annually? When you watch a construction site, there is no way they will finish building a skyscraper without at least 3-4 people dying. And most of them are men. So you earn as you work. When you look at clerical duties, women tend to work in those places. And there is something Jordan Peterson said, which I've seen to be true. He said, men are interested in things, while women are interested in people. That's why most men are engineers. That's why most women are nurses. That's why most women are in HR departments. That's why most women are in all these fields that doesn't require physical strength. So I believe this one has dispelled that myth about gender inequality in a workplace. Where is it? Please, can you name me a single company that is actually paying men higher than women when they did the same job? It doesn't exist. It doesn't. And if there are cases where they do exist, they are just very little, very minor. They are atomic in size, very insignificant. But you see these women who are joyless, who've mixed their mark, And I'm sorry to say this, a lot of them are not fuckable, believe me. Nothing will arouse you when you see them, but they will still go and cage the minds of all these little girls to deceive them. By the time these girls will know what's going on, it's over. It's too late for them. See, I'm not here to bring all this issue of all this nonsense, wife not cook, men are trash. No, that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about how has this thing helped our women? Has your life been better? Has it made your life better? And the fact that it hasn't. Not in one way would you tell me that modern day feminism has been better for women. The Aba women riot, those women that rioted in Aba and changed the government of the day, the policies of the government, weren't calling themselves feminists, they were calling themselves women. Yet they did those things those days. No one stopped them. Yeah, there are some cultural issues that need to be addressed. But let us focus on that. These women will not focus on that issue, those issues. They will just bring just things that don't make any sense, things that don't benefit anyone. You see them getting offended on behalf of other women who are not offended. They see a woman that cooks for her family, does this, does that. Why would you be doing this? Why don't your husband do this? You are talking about a man that's taking care of her. And women, please, if your husband is rich and can take care of your family and the family finance will be okay, please, if your husband tells you stop working, please stop. Because the most important thing in your life are what? Your kids. Family comes first. Do not let all these feminists deceive you. Go and check them. Most of them don't have kids. They only have cats and dogs. Because they've tried, no matter how you try, you can never change nature. Nature wins every day. You just can't change nature. You've tried replacing men with dildos. Has it worked for you? No. Has it made you happier? No. When you are moving down that path, just know that you become a power freak. And that's because you've been brainwashed. You've been fooled into believing that you are not free. Please tell me that as a woman now, tell me how many actual problems you have in life are caused by men. Tell me. And there's this girl, we are friends here on Facebook. You're saying, hey, man, the way you do this, you get you feel intimidated. I'm like, intimidated in what way? Who cares? Who cares? I'm not sure I've talked about any women's issues in the last 6 months. And you start behaving, the same people who will be making fat noises will still turn around to tell you that you are feeling intimidated just because you are telling them to quiet it down. Who told you that? Why would men be intimidated by you? Is it the money you have? The properties you own? Just tell me exactly. These things don't exist. You've been fooled, you've been brainwashed. Like Jordan Peterson said, the society has always been about men and women working together to stay alive and not kill each other. One can't stand on its own, one needs the other. One needs the other. And you, young girl, I'm not going to talk to all these over 30s. No. Your time has gone. You see these girls between the ages of 21 and 25. Please, before you look at someone who will be teaching you how to live your life, look at how they live their own life and how it's treating them. How happy are they? Let me tell you, an unhappy person will never give you happiness. And most of them is because they've missed their time. They want you to miss yours too. They have a very joyless life. They want you to be as joyless as them. When you are not as joyless as them, they find you as a traitor. Next thing they will say, hey, you are doing as if you are better than us. Don't worry, that man will leave you one day. What does that even mean? And there is something about them that a lot of people don't want to talk, don't want to say, but I'm going to say it. Most of them came from broken homes. Most of them are daughters of single mothers. A lot of them are daughters of single mothers. They never had any man figure in their homes. And their mothers, from the moment they are growing, have been telling them that men are this, men are that, because she probably got a very stupid man for a boyfriend or a husband. Now they will use that hatred. They will train that kid. They will bring up that kid in hate. They will dip them in hate, soak them deep in hate. Then when that one comes out tomorrow, what do you think her perception about men would be? What do you think it will be? And if that one manages to go as low as thinking that sleeping with her fellow woman would cover up for sleeping with a man, that is when the hatred increases. But before you know it, when they start breaking up again, all hell will break loose. They will still go run back to those same men for comfort. I'm not saying all of them. See, girl, chill. No one cares. Are you hearing me? No one cares. Get a life. You've been brainwashed. Men are busy in business. I'm not saying that there are no stupid men out there. There are. But majority of men are busy, seriously looking for money to take care of their family, their children, their wives, their mothers, even side chicks. Make investment. Women are not even in the top 10 problems. An average man, now by a man I mean men who reason very well. So stop all these divisions. That is just it's not helping the women, it's not helping the men, and you watch the society will be broken. Look no further than the marriages between the youths these days. 3% warranty, 3 years warranty wedding, marriage. That's if it's long enough. A lot of them 1 year plus. Ask me, I've been there. We are talking about high rates of divorce, high rates of single motherhood. We talk about the symptoms, but we don't want to talk about the issue. What is that has driven a wedge between men and women? And for the men out there, please, cooking for your woman doesn't make you an idiot. It doesn't make you less than a man. Unless you don't know how to cook. I must say, I'm a very good cook. Yeah, I do cook for my woman. If she happens to have a job that pays better than yours, for the first sake of the family, if one parent has to stay home, I'm talking about the people in Europe or America, if one person has to stay home, man, if her money is bigger, you just kind of reach an agreement with her, your wife. Hey, babe, see, we need to be taking care of these kids. One parent has to stay home. You look at it that way, man, stay home, it won't kill you. As soon as the opening comes up, you go back to your job. Just like you would pay your wife to stay home. when you are working. In modern day, that doesn't make you less than a man. Those days, these are the type of gender roles that are interchangeable. Family finances. Don't ruin it because you are a man and then your wife is a woman, and because you are a man, you want to throw away the family means of livelihood. These are issues that should be discussed. All these problems you are seeing is because of technology and some let me say maybe by 15% is ideology. The ideology our people are being indoctrinated into right now. Technology is changing the society. Because we don't understand it, we are taking our anger out on another thing. Hello, everyone. Afisha, welcome. Are you getting me? There are jobs only men used to do in the past, but now women can do it because of robotics and every other thing. So when you see a man that stays home to take care of his kids because probably the woman earns far, far better than him, please do not try to stigmatize the person. And guys, if your wife earns way, way, way above you, and both of you reach an agreement that she should go and you stay home and take care of the kids, there is no shame in it. Everyone has to play a role. Everyone has to play a part. Learn from the people who've made mistakes. Our people don't even know where this nonsense is going to lead them. Go and ask your sisters in Europe and America how it has done them. 90% of Black women in America and Europe between the ages of 35 and 45 are very joyless. In secret, they will tell you that they are regretting this and that, and this. And we find out that this is the adverse effect of unhinged modern day feminism. No kids. You can never replace kids with pets. You can never replace a penis with a dildo. No. Invent it all you want. Nature is nature. You can't cheat it. At the end of the day, it must surely win. And when it backfires, you will be lost. That's why you see women have become richer, yet they've become sadder. Yeah, everyone is working. You see them, they will have money in the bank. There is no happiness there. I'm not saying that money automatically makes women unhappy. No. What I'm saying is this: you prioritize things that don't matter over things that do. In case you don't know, if you are being confused about what's happening around you, you have money, you are not, yet you are not happy, check it very well. Do you have kids? As an adult, your new chapter of life should start after 30. From 30, your new chapter should be taking care of kids and raising them. That should take the integral part of your life. You find these women, hey, I'm an independent. There is nothing wrong in being an independent woman, but know things that are worth it and things that are not. Fancy bags, you have many shoes, you have many, your wardrobe is for everything, yet you come back home, you roll inside your bed, only you at night. No matter how you try, dildos will not solve the problem. Vibrators will not solve it either. Now, why would you augment it when you can get the real one? Why would you do that? A small problem with a man, you go to the court, they will tell you, okay, send the man away. You send him away. Then you go out and take a stupid one, a more useless one. And if you are always getting trash men, ask yourself, what is it about you that attracts trashy men to you? Ask yourself that question. What is it about me that attracts trashy men to me? Is it your character? Is the fault yours? Are you willing to accept when it's your fault? Now you want to rely on the government to make you happy. Can you tell me a single thing the government is good at? Now you want the government to regulate anything. Soon they will start regulating how many times we have sex. Yes. You break the family just to prove a temporal point. Then what comes next 1 week later, 1 month later, 1 year later, 2 years later, 3, 4, 5? Are you thinking about that? Are you? Let me tell you, women, please, when all women should hear this message, yeah, if they want. When it has gotten to a stage where you can't take some things for the sake of your household, for your family, girl, you've lost it. You've lost your mind, and you will never be happy. You will never find happiness in life. Pretend all you want, fake it all you want. You and I know that deep down inside you, you are not happy. And guess what? You're never going to be happy. People are busy with their lives. And most of these girls, I think it's because they just found money, found wealth for the first time in their life. So for that reason, they believe that every other person around is obsessed with them. Is jealous, or is that it has happened to me before. A poor man, give a poor man millions, everyone will become a suspect. Give a poor man money now, big money in his pocket, he will not even want anyone to go out. If you hit him like this on the shoulder, he will just touch there. That's phobia. That's phobia. And it's exactly what's happening to these women, but they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. Equal rights for men and women, fine. But just know that it comes with equal responsibility. The society has been rewired. So it's time we put our eyes on the ground and in fact, you relearn the society. You have to relearn it. Because the society you're seeing is a manifestation of our individual characters collected together. The society is a pool of our individual characters, and if as individuals we are all confused, a lot of us are confused, guess what? You have a confused society. Are you seeing it? No, write any law, put any legislation you like. As long as the people living in that society have not figured themselves out, the society will not be figured out. Yes. What was the suicide rate among women 60 years ago? What is the suicide rate among women now? No, you be the judge. You be the judge. On happiness index in the 50s, what was women's point on the happiness index? What is it now compared to men? By ratio of what to what, where women are ahead then. But now you see it is level. Women, but the moment men are, you start measuring happiness at the same level with men, that means you're gone. You're gone. It's not even supposed to be close. It's not even supposed to be close. But look at today. Nothing. You have your job. I have my high-paying 6-figure paying job. This and that. And at the end of the day, where is the happiness? It doesn't exist. Because you can't buy it. You can't find it in things. You can't find women. You are not built to withstand the type of pressure men are withstanding. Believe me, we are all built differently. Muscle mass, bone density, larger brain, those things still count. Please, this is not me. I'm not an ideologue. Everything I'm saying here is backed up by science. Science. And no matter how these ideologues want to legislate science, they can never change it because science is nature. You can't change it. So please, dear women, slow it down. If any man infringes upon your right, go to the court and get justice. You go to the court. Stop letting them fool you and make you believe that men are out there looking for women to hurt, looking for women to destroy. No, no, and no. It's not true. Look at all these people that are leading all these so-called feminist movements. They are jobless. They have nothing they are doing. They are using that thing as their job. They have stupid degrees that can't get them a job. Next thing they'll tell you that they are activists, professional activism, professional protesters. Going to university to waste your money, your resources. You're studying human relations or whatever, or public relations. Or if you're unfortunate enough to find these ones in the West, gender studies, professor of gender studies, professor, what are you even studying? Gender studies, and you think it has anything to do with science? No. Those are the ones that bring this West, like toxic masculinity, this, that. Fashioning out buzzwords. Please, guys, do not let anyone define your life for you. I'm talking to my women right now. I'm talking to my women. Men are not out there looking for women to destroy, looking for women to ruin their lives. It's not true. If you think so, maybe you should look inwards and ask yourself, what is it about me that attracts stupid men to me? Are you getting me? Are you hearing me, guys? So do not buy the nonsense they are selling. Deal with people as individuals. When you want to get into a relationship, stop building a phantom, this thing, reality in your head. Let it flow. Then when you look, let me tell you, women, if you will cool down, calm down the very first time a man approaches you, from the moment he opens his mouth, you will know the type of person he is. Then you study him well. If it's what you can do, if not, you move on. Not when you come, you start building this in your head. When he hasn't told you he loves you, you already have that image of he loves me in your head. Tomorrow, when reality hits you, you start acting like a belligerent idiot. I don't know about other men. For me, I've never been intimidated by a woman, and I'm not gonna be. I don't know exactly why I should be intimidated. Not a woman, not a man, by anyone. I live my life. I write my own rules. I take my really. How you live your life is none of my business. What you're making is none of my business. You're talking about women's empowerment. Is there any time women are not empowered? My grandmother has been going to the farm all her life. She has been farming. Isn't that empowerment? What type of empowerment are you talking? Is there any time was there ever a time our women were at home sitting down, crossing their hands and legs? No. In fact, those were the days women are empowered. Not this time around, you see them, most of these people typing this thing on Twitter have not even swept their own home, to their homes where they are living. Clothes scattered everywhere. Adding extra meat from head to toes. We use, that's why see how you know them. They don't use their profile photos on any of the social media platforms. They just use avatar or one cartoon image or one buzzword they are using. Then when you look at their social, they will tell you that they must always tell that they are feminists, as if they will have to paste it on their forehead, as if it has to be inscribed on their forehead. Then when you see the ones that are taking photos, it's just their head. Why? Down there is nothing, rubbish. Then if it's in the West, you see them, green hair, pink hair. Come on. And after you say that men don't talk to you, why would men be attracted to you? Go take a shower. Clean yourself. Be like a woman. Chill. Guys, please, I don't know. Women are the big problem. No, men are too, but you understand what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to say today. Whether you want to believe me or not, but whether you want to believe me or made up your mind or not, just remember one thing. Everything I'm saying here is backed by statistics, actual science. Actual science. The society is freer, yet the women are sadder. Why? It's all these things I just outlined there. If they want, they learn. If not, I've said it. I've said mine. So tell me what you think in the comment section. Guys, I have to go somewhere now, and I have an appointment to go meet some people. Please, guys, I will come tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, Nigerian time, maybe 3 p.m. Nigerian time. We'll have something we'll discuss, and I will put the topic. But in the meantime, I'll have to run now, guys. Thank you for joining me. And guys on Facebook, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is below there. Guys on YouTube, I thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you've done that, turn on the notification bell so you get alerted each time we come. If not, they may not give you the alert. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Good night.